storage area as well, as you can see. Now that church you can see as we pass it, it's right in front of us now, it'll be, yeah, it's just there as we come down. You see a church spire just on the right behind the trees. That's where Jane Austen's parents were married. It's Swithin's Church. And when George Austen, the Reverend George Austen, Jane Austen's father, died, he is buried in the churchyard just under that tree on the right. There's a few little old gravestones there. You can just see them. One of them is George Austen, Jane's father. That's where her parents were married, and that's where George ended up. And he died in 1805. I'm just going to squeeze all the way down through here. Do close your eyes, Ricardo. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Centre of town, we'll see there's one big church right in the centre of things, and it's called Bath Abbey. It's like Bath's Cathedral Church, and that's your point of reference really here in the city. When you see that big church tower, the St George's flag flying on the top, that's your point of reference right in the main square. There's also a lovely view of the River Avon down here as well. The River Avon is the river that flows through the city, and there's a very old bridge which crosses the river, and it was built in 1770, designed by Robert Adam, the famous Scottish-born designer and architect, and he built this bridge over the River Avon here in 1770, inspired by the Ponte Vecchio in Florence, you know, the one with the shops on either side. So it actually is a bridge which is lined with narrow little shops, and you'll see it in a moment. So there's the church in front of us, the Abbey. As we turn left, you'll see it down to the right with the tower on the top. That's Bath Abbey. Look at the huge windows there of that church. Isn't it amazing? Completed in 1499, Bath Abbey. There it is, look, to your right. This is the Guildhall, the City Hall, and as we swing round here, right, this is the bridge I was talking about, right in front of you now. See the narrow little shops on either side? It's called the Pulteney Bridge. 1770 it was built. Now see if you can look down into the river to the left. It's a lovely view down to the weir, where there's a weir where the water flows over just down here on our left. It's quite pretty. You can walk along the pavement here if you want to. Have a look at the bridge and see the water cascading down on the left. It's quite fierce, isn't it, that water? Yeah. Here we are, coming around into the city centre. So on the right is Bath Abbey. You see the big window, big stained glass window, west window, there it is. And you can walk along by the river here as well. So what you can do is come up to the main square with me, and we're going to drop off and pick up here in this little square. It's called North Parade. Now, we're going to leave here at 6:10, everyone. 6:10. Okay, 10 after 6 gives you just a few minutes under the hour. So let's walk up together and I'll show you where the main square is, and then you can walk back down here.
Right here.
I want to get a dessert. You get dessert for around 300.
side you can see the statues of the Roman emperors around the terrace, and that's where the hot springs are. That was the baths, the hot springs over which the Romans built their baths 2,000 years ago, and that's the terrace looking down on the water. So that's the Roman baths. The abbey here is your landmark with that huge tower there. It's a beautiful building from 1499. Maybe open. Let's have a look. Let's go around into the main square and I'll show you what's there. So follow me this way. Just gather in here for a second, I'll tell you where things are to go and have a look at. Right, everyone. Okay, so this is your point of reference for the west front of Bath Abbey. So it's where you have to go. To the right through the square and into York Road coach. You go to the left of the abbey, through the depth to the left of the abbey, that will take you round past the Guildhall to the bridge, the Pulteney Bridge, where you can walk along by the river and look down on the weir and the river cascading down. So you can go that way and then round the back of the abbey to where the coach picks you up. So you can go round that way. If you look just over this side, you'll see it says Jones Bootmaker. That's a little archway there, and that will take you through to a series of streets just on the other side of the road there, Union Passage it's called, and that's a wonderful little complex area of narrow passageways, all traffic free, lovely little shops up there. They're open till 6, most of them too. As well, that's in the area if you walk through the colonnade in front of you there, you can turn right and do the same thing. Left, right. Have a look around this area.
I was just going to say the same. That's the sort of way that you'll find.
Don't you room over there?
I don't know.